Hello YouTube, ZiggyNo back with another new video. And in this one, I'm going to take a look at Chronicles Basketball. It's been out for a little over a week in hobby, and retail it's been out for a few days, pretty much nationally. And it's been crazy. I mean, I've been watching breaks, I've been trying to find some, I've been chasing stores. I found none so far in stores myself. I have made some third-party purchases at exorbitantly high, ridiculous prices, but that is the beast. My boys are a big fan of this stuff, and we're going to see how it goes. I will give you this video is going to give you some rationale behind my thoughts on it. Is it a good product? Um, you know, is it worth buying? What do you do with it? And so forth. First of all, remember basketball's coming to an end, so this is not a product where you can get this graded, in my opinion, quickly unless you're going to spend the extra money and flip cards. This is really, if you're investing this, you're really investing this for next year, which I still think is a good idea. But I think that's some of the logic I'm using in my rationale. Boxes around 940. I think they were over to 1100 at one time, so you're seeing them kind of come down. These Prizm cards are definitely doing really well in the aftermarket. There's so many different cards in this set. I'll show you some of the comps and so forth. Again, there's the breakdown of the retail, the blaster, the hanger, and the fat packs. I thought those were cello packs. I kept referring to them as cello, but they're not. They're fat packs. I want to just go down. This is a very deep checklist because you have so many different cards from each one of these different, you have a playbook set. Um, Here we go. Rookie, base rated rookies. Yeah, that's your rated rookies that were added that were not there before. They misprinted that rated rookie. And I want to say the Prizm is coming up here. There we go. Prizm. These cards have been doing very well in the aftermarket. The Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Durant, the Anthony Davis, Paul George, Kawhi, Taco Fall, Kendrick Nunn, all doing very well. Just as base cards in the aftermarket because there was only 10 of them, and there is some exclusivity to them. I did see the one of one Anthony Davis get pulled. So there's a checklist. I will put that in the description for you. Let's take a look at some of the comps. This is sorted on just Chronicles and highest comps recently. So you're going to get a lot of hobby Chronicles in here, not just retail. I don't think you can find these in the retail product at all. I think there are some autos, but I don't think that these are going to be the ones you're going to find there. But again, wow, $1,000 for a Chronicles sticker auto of Ja or Zion. Sticker auto. They're all going to be sticker autos. In the past, this has been considered kind of a relatively cheap, low-level product, but man, this year is not like last year. So I have to take that into consideration when you're thinking about what's going on. So there's, again, just showing the autos. We'll kind of fast forward here. Let's go down a little deeper just to see some of the different comps. What I want you to sense of is that there are some pretty good comps in this product. Again, we're still in the auto section. I'll come back and show you some other ones in a moment. Let's go over here and look at the sealed prices. This is what really surprises me, right? This mega box is, I think, a $40 box that's selling for a 5X on eBay. One bid, but hey, it was sold. Blaster boxes, hanger boxes. I'm sorry, hanger boxes are I'm seeing between, I don't know, 70 for them. I will tell you, I've been buying these through Facebook groups. I'm not paying the fees. I'm paying friends and family. I'm buying from people I know or have vouchers for. And I'm getting them at, I think, are the best prices I can find. They're lower than what I'm finding on eBay. But again, look at this. Chronicles Silver Prizm Update, Kevin Durant. That didn't go for 323. I'm sure it went for a lot less. But look, there's 305. Wow, that's just wow. I mean, look at that. That's amazing to me. I thought he had a Prizm card. Anyway, just want you to see some of that. So I pulled up my trusted paid market movers tool, and I like market movers. I don't think any other tool can do this. This is my ability to basically look at an entire set. So I'm looking at basketball 2018 Chronicles. Show me all variations in a PSA 10. So this is last year. Show me everything, and you're going to get a lot of chart data here, right? I'm not going to spend time trying to sort through all that. You can do certain things like show the percentage of sales, show the average price. This one I really like because kind of you can just mouse over and see what's number one, what's number two, Chronicles Basketball, Phoenix, and so forth. What I am going to do is come down here and show you again. This is last year product, 515 being sold. That's a pretty good moving average or volume. And then you can see first of all, I don't want to surprise you. I think all these are Lukas. I don't think there's any trays in here. It might be because trays aren't in the system yet. I really didn't do the research on it. There's one Jaron Jackson, but they're all Lukas. But what I am looking at is what their PSA 10 prices are, right? I'm just using that as a kind of a what's a measuring stick. This is what Ja and Zion could be in a PSA 10 for these similar variations. And I would say probably less than. Luka's better than that. But again, wow, there's some amazing prices out there. So is it worth chasing Chronicles to possibly get a $200-$300 PSA 10? Now, first of all, I want to point out, all these cards will not be PSA 10s. A lot of the paper cards are not going to grade well at all. So you have to take in consideration what's their PSA 9 price, okay? Not just their PSA 10 price when you're making this type of investment. Let's look at, this is this year. And again, this is using market movers. They just have so much data in here. They don't have every card. So you're going to see, I think, mainly Zion and Ja in this. And again, a lot of graph data here. I can do things like, show sales only. I can do full screen, what I want to do. Number of sales. I like this because it shows you the volume, which I think is important to see. And average last sale. And this is good too. Let me point this out. These are all raw. These are raw cards. None of them are graded, and these are different variations. So the top ones are the Zion Flux, and it looks like the Luminance Ja. Now, it's really interesting, this Luminance Ja. This thing was at $400 at one point. Now it's down to $75. So you'll see that overreaction a lot of times in new releases when people just want to buy it. When it comes out, they spike, and then they settle down after a while. Let's look at some of the low ones, though. Low ones are $12 for threads. There is a $7 threads Ja. Playbook, $8.99. Okay, so again, just gives you kind of a sense of what's out there. You can look at the card information. You can actually, search for them on eBay if you want to see them for sale. Make it a favorite. Add it to your collection. I can set an alert on these cards. So if I decide which one, and I'm not going to necessarily do it in this video, but I'll pick which ones I want to set alerts on. I'll set some alerts and then buy those cards. Like I'll tell you right now, this Crusades card I think is a pretty good card, man. And I don't think I think it's selling underpriced. Let's go down here and we can see the card, the count, the number of cards that have sold, the low, the high, the average, and the ending average. And you see some of these, there are a lot of red because, again, these came out last week and everybody was selling them. But now that retail's bringing down the supply, or it's increasing the supply, bringing down the demand. Here's that Crusades card I talked about, right? $28. Look, it was $94 at one point. Whew! I want to sweep that up at I want to get my hands on some of those. I'm going to go ahead and add that to favorites. I'm just at the price alert now. I'll do that later, but you can see how easy that is. This Essentials is a cool card too. I like that one. Another Essentials. Look at this one, was $85. So I'm going to go ahead and make that a favorite too. I'm going to come back and do some research on that. These Flux cards, look at 150. Now they're down to 77. What I like about these is I think these cards will grade well too. You can look at the quality of them, right? Anyway, you can look through this. You get great information on all the different variations, what they're selling for, their average and end prices. And these are all raw. So the boys and I are going to get a bunch of retail at exorbitant prices, and we are going to rip through it, and we are going to submit it for grading. And we're going to see if what we spend on it, right, on the retail spend, is going to be worth it 6 months from now, right? And it's going to be probably 7 months from now or more, because we got to get the product. We're going to rip it. We're not going to rip it in one day. And then we slowly grade cards. But to me, Chronicles is an interesting investment play. Now, I will say we've spent our budget on Chronicles. We're now looking at the next product, which is going to be Illusions Retail coming out. So keep your eye out for that. What I have in front of you right now is just a graph of Mosaic. And I pulled that up because I wanted to just show you Mosaic was the last major retail basketball release. And you'll see a lot of the trends either down or they're flattening. Right? So if you're looking at Mosaic, this gives you kind of a snapshot, and I expect the same thing will happen with Chronicles. Remember, retail. And there's more retail coming out, guys. There's more retail football, retail basketball, retail baseball coming out, retail soccer coming out. Look for these initial spikes, and then these prices plateau. What also I'm looking at is the spikes on the sealed wax. Okay, so let me scroll down here. 6,000 total cards sold. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I want you to see some of the highs and the ending averages, right? For like a Kobe White base. Tyler Hero. Look at that. Ending average $1.91. Right? A variation 11. Some of these have got to be steals. I'm just going to flag that for later to take a look at. I like the variation cards. If I'm going to grade something, I'm a big fan of those. You got some of the, look at that, man. Look at this card. Second year overdrive. Giannis. Some of these are just, the prices have gone down really low. Really low. $12 for a Garland Silver. If these guys come back graded well, they could be good cards, man. I have to think about Hero. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, again, quick overview and focus on Chronicles. There's a lot coming out there. I wanted to give you kind of a sense of what the current comps are on the card prices. Current comps, again, on sealed wax right now, right, what we're seeing in the market. And just some of the graphs on market movers from last year's cards and this year's cards. This is Raw, and last year's, these are PSA 10, so that's a huge difference in price. Last year's chase card, too, was the Obsidian preview card of Luka Doncic. This year, I don't believe there's the same chase card, but you have all the Prizm cards in here. I will mention those Prizm cards are not in this graph because this graph is actually only looking at rookie cards. So, so none would be in here, but and he's not showing up in this graph actually. But I didn't include, the KDs, the Anthonys, and so forth. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe. Love to get your feedback. Tell me what you're looking for. What else would you like to see? Happy to share more with you guys.